Ah, there. I think it crashed. I thought it crashed. Okay, next. There, the listing methods. So next, we're going to determine the important attributes in listing tags. And just create an HTML document with list tags. So if time permits, we can do this last one today. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so lists. So for lists, lists are next to headings and paragraphs. The most common HTML element is the list. Expert in web development and web publishing agree that the list is one of the most effective ways to present information. So same as what you did in your LMS activity, right? So if you can remember, I asked you to use different types of tags, and including there is the list. So in using the list, you enumerated multiple items. So like your choice of music, favorite food, hobbies, sports, and other things that you can uh, provide, if other informations that you can provide. So with that, you already presented uh, information about yourself. It is an effective way of uh, presenting information about yourself. And also, the navigation bar, if you can remember, if you're going to visit websites, right? So navigation bars on top of the websites, they are actually lists. Okay, so aside from being uh, shown vertically, okay, those lists can be displayed horizontally, okay, so sideways. So it can be presented as that. So there can be styles that can be used to uh, make it appear like that. So for now, we're just going to discuss the lists. Okay, so there are different types of lists. So for the first one, we have the ordered list. So I would like to call someone to read the ordered list. Jaylan, kindly read.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
These are labeled with numbers or letter and use the OL tag and the OL ending tags. This can be used to enumerate a list of items or to outline a set of instructions or procedure.
Okay, thank you. So ordered list, it is used to display or to enlist things that needs to be in sequence or uh, in procedure. Okay, like for example, steps, uh, recipes like that. So another is ranking. So ranking, so starting from one up to the following ranks. Okay, so that is the use of the ordered list or the OL tags. And so from here, as you can see already, it is the OL tag that we are using. So OL tag, it is using either from our discussion, so either numerical or alphabetical. Okay. The next one is the unordered list. Kindly read, Rodriguez. Neil John.
So can you hear me?
Yes.
These are usually labeled with bullet points and dashes and use the UL
UL.
tag and UL tags.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So the next one was the unordered list. So these lists, they are using bullets, bullet points or dashes or asterisks or other enumerating symbols that we can use, which does not indicate any sequence. Okay, so for example, there, the bullets, the dashes. So from there, the items that you can list inside the unordered list are random things. Like for example, the grocery shopping. In grocery shopping, you're just listing down some items that you would like to buy. But it is not necessary to put them in order. So in any random sequence, you can just put them there. So what other things? Name of guests. Okay, so guests don't have to appear by sequence. So they don't have to come by sequence or in order to be present. Okay, so those are the use of the unordered list or the items that can be inside an ordered list. Okay, so for the next one, this one, this is the first time we encounter this. So it says here, it is the description list. So can you read this, Aguila? Gabriel? Aguila?
These are used for terms and definitions. This type of list uses markup tags such as DL tags. A description list also uses the markup tags. So what's that?
DT. Just use the word DT.
Ah, markup tags DT and closing tag DT to define terms and names, as well as DD and closing tag DD to describe terms and names.
Okay, thank you. So for the description list, it works differently with the OL tags or the UL tags. So for from the ordered list or the unordered list. So with the description list, you're also making a list. So aside from it being UL or OL, we're using the DL. DL to determine that group of list. And to put in items from the list, we are going to use either DT or DD. So for the DT, it is going to provide the title or the main subject of the list. So for example, we're going to list actually our items that have definition. Okay, so to put it in other words, like that. So items with definition, like for example, subjects. Okay, you're listing down subjects, and then along those subjects, right below them, you're also listing their definition or putting their definition. Like for example, math. You use the DT math, and then below you use the DD, which is the definition for the math, the definition of the math. So the study of mathematics, like that. So and other subjects. So in science, same, and then English, the same. So in short, the description list, you are listing down items with its definition. Okay, so that is the description list. So next is our, of course, you know this already, the list item tag or the LI tag. So whether you are using an unordered list or an unordered list, the items in the list are marked by the LI tag. Enclosing each list item between the beginning LI tag and the ending LI tag places a bullet, a number, or a letter at the start of each item. List tags are placed between either the ordered list and unordered list. So again, the LI tag, we use this if we're going to add items in our list. Okay? So you can imagine that the OL tag as a container. Okay, the OL tag or the UL tag, they are containers. And then the LI tag, they are the items that you are putting in those containers. So imagine that you have your OL tag. So in here, we are following again the philo concept. So what again is the philo concept? What does it stand for? I guess Adalia.
First in, last out. That's all.
Okay. So the meaning of the philo concept, it is first in. So in here, the first tag of the OL is the first one. The beginning tag is the first one. So first in and then last out. So the ending tag of the OL tag should be the last one out. And then the LI tags, they are inside. Okay. We've gone over this multiple times already. Ending tag. Okay. So again, LI tags, they are the items to be put inside the list. And the composition of the list can be either the OL tag or the UL tag or the DL tag. Okay, so any questions from there? None? Okay, so moving on. Okay, so creating ordered lists. Okay, so from here, we can already create some ordered lists. So in here, we have our specific output. So it says here, first list, second list, third list. And they are having sequential listing. So starting from 1, 2, then 3. Okay, and it is written like this. So same as the example earlier. So the OL tag is outside. And then for the items, we are using the LI tags. Okay, there. So let's try this out. And we'll go to our editor. Okay, so let me just remove this first. Okay, so first, let's just put there our items. Okay, so with this, we actually made already a list. Okay, so a list, they can function on its own already. So if we run this, there, a list is already shown. So with this list is actually not in a section, but they are a content, okay? Not much different from the others. So it is already a content, but once we use, or as you can see here, it in default, it is using bullets in listing those items or enumerating those items. It is using bullets. That's the default one for the list. So if we put our OL tag there, then we run there. So automatically, the bullets were transformed into numbers. Yes, Tala.
Teacher, in the definition a while ago, it says you can make it numbers or letters. How do you make it letters?
Okay, so we'll get there. Okay, so be patient. Okay, so in here, the OL tags, the OL tag, so the one that we put here, made the items list in sequence. So for the default one, it is using numbers. Okay, and as you can see, if earlier, if we remove our OL tag, there, as you can see, it is kind of scattered, but if we put them inside OL tags, it makes them in a section. Okay, so if earlier it was positioned here, where there's no such segregations, now it is grouped up in this kind of section. So a little advantage is that the OL tag groups them up together. So because earlier there is a big space in between those contents or those items. Okay, so any questions here aside from Talas? None? Okay, so let's go back. Okay, here. So another way to display our list is by alphabetical order. Okay, so in here you can see it is already using the A, B, and C. So aside from it being a number in the ordered list, it is using the alphabetical order. And a way to make that or to make it in alphabetical order, we are using formatting attributes. So same as how we are applying in the paragraph tag or the P tag or in the heading tag. So in here, we are using type is equals to A. So A meaning that is the first item that we're going to use in the list. Okay, so type A. Okay, a little reminder. We are actually using a personal account. This is not an upgraded account. So so that I don't forget, I'll end the meeting here first. Okay, and then kindly join shortly.